floor to Ragnhild for the Moody project, what is one of the elements that people are waiting for. So Ragnhild, I give you the floor.
Thank you, Maximo, for the introduction and inviting me to present Modi and share reflections on the ALICE initiative from a Modi perspective. You can, I think you have 2 more slides. Next one, please. Yeah, thank you. My name is Ragnhild Wahl, and I'm the Director for Research and Innovation in ITS Norway. And I'm also the coordinator of Modi. I will give you a brief overview of the Modi project before I conclude with some reflections on the value of the ALICE CCAL. I chose to use the word CCAL, I hope it's okay. But first, a few words about ITS Norway. We are a membership association for all actors in the Norwegian transport industry. We are promoting the development and coordination of ITS in Norway to create value for society and enable the introduction of user-friendly logistics services and smart mobility. We have around 90 members representing both private and public sector, as well as research and universities. And our main activity is to offer meeting places and collaboration arenas for the members so that expertise can be shared and strengthened. An important part of this is participating in European research projects. And we strongly believe in working together at the pan-European level to cooperate in solving problems, overcoming challenges, and creating values at many levels. And Modi is a good example of this. And I also think that the 3 previous speakers have also stressed the importance of working together at the pan-European level. And we're happy to be a part of that. Next slide, please. Modi's ambition is to take automated freight transport in Europe to the next level and help accelerate the adoption of highly automated freight vehicles. And we work along 3 axes. The first, covering barriers to the rollout of automated transport systems and solutions in logistics. We will identify the main barriers and suggest solutions for overcoming these. The second axis is that we will focus on the user requirements and implementation of automation in the logistic chain. And this includes developing and demonstrating new viable business models and partnerships. And last, Modi will demonstrate a selection of real-life use cases related to border crossing and operations in confined areas and on public roads. And I will come back to those in a while. Next, please. Modi covers the logistics corridor from Rotterdam in the Netherlands to Oslo in Norway. And this route has been selected for 2 reasons. First, this is a part of the Trans-European Transport Network and one of Europe's heavy logistic corridors. Huge volumes are coming into Rotterdam on cargo ships to be transported on the roads. And moreover, we have planned a route through the Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, because these countries are expected to be among the first in Europe to introduce fully automated driving on public roads. Next, please. We have chosen 5 use cases, all representing important transition points and also represents a complementary set of challenges and user needs. The Modi CCAM test corridor, represented in the map to the left, will assess readiness for automated driving and address a big variety of barriers to overcome in the case of long-distance haul. The test corridor will cross 4 national borders and a number of transition points. Harmonization of regulatory framework and continuous connectivity are among the border crossing challenges we will address. The journey starts at the 8 p.m. terminal in Rotterdam. This use case will focus on operational aspects in the terminal, as well as the dryage to a nearby warehouse. Driving on to Hamburg in Germany, we are exiting the motorway to continue on urban roads and driving towards the port. Here we will face additional challenges when the traffic complexity increases with the presence of vulnerable road users. We will then pass through Denmark before accessing Gothenburg in Sweden, where we will introduce hub-to-hub challenges and terminal functions like loading, unloading, and automated charging. Passing the border to Norway introduces specific challenges related to tolling between EU and non-EU countries. And after that, we will drive a section on public roads through a complex traffic environment before entering the port of Moss in Norway, where they are, among other things, piloting automated sea drones. And finally, the journey ends in Oslo. And all of these use cases are addressing important challenges in long-haul freight transport. Some of their respective challenges are of a generic character, for instance, accessing a port area from a public road, but others are specific for that particular use case, as will be the case for tolling between Norway and Sweden. And as you can see, these are quite... Sorry, my Siri on the telephone were interrupting me. I don't know if you heard that, but okay, I shut her down. As you can see, these 5 use cases are quite broad. We are covering a lot of elements, and these are still under development. So we haven't made the final decision of which concrete elements we will demonstrate in practice, but we are developing the use cases as we go. Next, please. An important outcome of MODI is the gap analysis of technological and societal readiness for introducing automated freight transport. A number of projects cover separate parts of this readiness, and MODI will feed into this knowledge base as of the status in 2026 when the project ends. We will also make an impact assessment to gain knowledge about cost benefits and societal impacts. Next, please. Yes, MODI will deliver 6 key results. The first is the CCAM vehicles, which are suitable for L4 demonstrations on public roads and confined areas on the chosen corridor between Rotterdam and Oslo. The next is the interface for efficient vehicle coordination in public and confined areas. Next, the design of PDI for supporting L4 CCAM vehicles, and these will be co-created and verified by relevant stakeholders. Then we have the new viable business models and tools, which create value along the logistic chain by using CCAM technology and vehicles. We also have we also have the assessment, as I already mentioned, and finally we have a set of lessons learned and a book of recommendations. And all of these results will be sorry, I forgot my words. All of these results will be addressing long-haul freight transport in various ways, and all of these represent bits and pieces which have to work together to be able to actually drive the whole section. We won't drive the whole section with an L4 vehicle as such. That won't be possible, but we will assess the whole corridor to gain knowledge about where are the gaps, and we will definitely drive parts of it. Next. So to sum up with a quick overview of our project activities and path from actions to impact. The main actions are to define requirements, develop solutions, and demonstrate real-life use cases. Initially, we have put significant effort into defining the use cases and the requirements, and these requirements will guide us in the next phase of development and adaptation of the vehicles and the infrastructure, including an interface for the efficient coordination of CCAM services. Before we will showcase the practical application in use cases where we will validate its functionality and relevance through testing and evaluation activities. You can press once more. The MODI outcome will entail improved CCAM vehicles and interface, as I already mentioned, the design of supporting infrastructure, the viable business models, and recommendations for future development. And then you press once more. All these are leading up to the overall aim of taking automated driving in Europe to the next level. So this sums up the main activities. And the first year we have been running for 14 months now. We have focused on defining the requirements, both the user requirements and also technical requirements. So if we could take the next slide. MODI comprises a total of 34 partners, and 3 of these provides battery electric vehicles. And you will recognize the Volvo and DAF conventional trucks, but we also include vehicles from Einride, which are driverless by design and can also be operated remotely. And even though we have many partners representing a big ecosystem, we depend on external stakeholders to level our scope and results. Next, please. I will mention 2 important and frequent discussion points as examples of the value of collaboration with the community of users and practitioners, which the ALICE CCAL initiative represents. Automated driving can be solved technologically by either developing vehicle functionalities, by PDI support, or a combination of these. PDI is the physical digital infrastructure. The technical feasibility and the trade-offs can hardly be understood without discussions and considerations from both sides. That will provide insight into the possibilities and the challenges across the different actors involved. The other example is related to the use cases and their mirroring of the logistics needs. What are the relevant user requirements? And how can we define use cases which provide true value to the logistics sector? We already got significant input from external stakeholders on user needs in MODI, but this has to be a continuous dialogue between all use case-based projects and the stakeholders. And this just is a statement on why it is important with initiatives like this one from ALICE. Next, please. In MODI, we facilitate stakeholder engagement through a formal stakeholder board group. And this group consists of approximately 25 members from a broad spectrum of stakeholder categories and representing both Europe, USA, Australia, and Asia. Our aim is to receive advice on the results and activities throughout the project. And we believe this to be a prerequisite for a successful project which is adapted to stakeholder needs and provide valuable and sound results. And the next one. The Alice SeaCal initiative adds a new dimension to stakeholder involvements. SeaCal provides a channel to connect Modi with the whole ecosystem of users, and this enables an arena to identify challenges and opportunities, and thereby accelerates adoption of automated systems in logistics operations. We expect this to increase the uptake of project results, and this arena will have a value beyond Modi, as it also supports other relevant projects and initiatives. Modi supports this new area, and we look forward to including the Alice SeaCal in our communication and dissemination activities. The timing is good, as we are now moving from the first stage of raising awareness to paving the way for impact in the second stage of our communication and dissemination strategy. So I will, at an end, like to say a big thank you to Alice for this initiative, and good luck to Selko Jeftik in chairing the SeaCal. And I can see you have managed to overcome the snow challenge. As I understood, you were stuck in the snow, and as you can see, I have a bit of snow behind me myself, but I'm indoor. So thank you for listening to me, and I'm looking forward to listening to both Award and you, Selko. Bye.
Thank you very much, Ragnhild, for your presentation, and thank you very much for the Modi project for having facilitated to Alice to launch this initiative. For anyone that has any question regarding to the Modi project, can contact my colleague Stephanie Vandama, technical lead and project manager on the TG1 group, and also participating in the Modi project, but also can for sure contact Ragnhild if any question.